All right, it's on. Check this out, man. I was just bullshitting around on the YouTube, and I came across. Let's see if I can find it. Here we go. 8 hours ago, or was this yesterday? This is crazy, dude. Here you go. Let me just click on his Instagram. Is this it? Nope. We're not doing ads. We don't do that shit around here, bro. They don't pay me. Get the hell out of here. Well, I need a 15-second ad on a car I'm not going to buy. See, you can't hear it, but... So he goes on Instagram and he says something came out about me that apparently I was criticizing millennials, saying that they were too sensitive and that they're too soft, but I never said that. I never said that. I don't talk badly about people. That's just not what I do. So the first question I have is, well, what the hell happened? I know on Joe Rogan's podcast, he had mentioned that there is some kind of a program they have on the computer that you can go in and with only a few words, you can make sentences out of shit that people say and have them say things that they never really said. Now, obviously, that is uh, not the best way in the world to put it. But if that's what happened, like, why is this national news? Even obviously, he went on and said that he didn't say it. Well, let's pretend for a second that he did say that everybody is way too soft now. People get offended too easily, or even the fact that they look for things to be offended by. What is wrong with that? How come you can't voice your opinion without it becoming a big deal? What happened to agree to disagree about things? Why is it now that we all have to agree on everything? Nobody can get their feelings hurt. Participation trophies for everybody. What's up with that? Can we talk for a second? Well, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I don't know if you know this or not, but in my personal opinion, and you could think that I'm wrong if you like, that's up to you. It's your decision to make. You think whatever you want. I don't think that's really a good thing. Because what you wind up doing, again, this is my opinion. I wasn't raised the greatest, so, take it for what it is. But, I mean, dude, if you give somebody the impression that they win all of the time and there's no such thing as losing, then what happens when they go out into their regular life and they do lose? You're setting them up for failure. You can't nerf out the entire world. It's not healthy. You have to have the expectation that bad shit is going to happen sometimes. You're not going to win every single thing that you do. That it's just a fact. It's a fact of life. So because I put up a YouTube video and there's not a million views on it the second that I put it out, even though nobody knows I exist, am I supposed to be offended by that? Is that supposed to be a bad thing? He's a pussy for not claiming it. I think it was so well written. I would claim it. So that's what it was. It was an Instagram post that he wrote. Because I literally, dude, I just made a couple of videos on YouTube and I click off of, pre-recording the stuff. And I see on Google on my phone, let me see if I can pull it back up and I'll show you. I'll show it to you. Because it doesn't pop up like this on the computer. Let's go back one. Here you go. Look, first thing that comes up. He said he didn't do the interview at all. Tabloid interview from the UK. I did see that. So, did he do an interview at all, or did they make it up? Because now I'm kind of wondering, like, what is going on here. Although, I don't see what the problem is. Why can't you, if you feel, yeah, really, who knows? That's for sure. I just don't understand. If you do feel like people are too soft, how come you can't say that without being killed for it on the internet? Not everybody's going to agree 100% of the time, but it goes back to the original point. Safe place. Ugh. Dude, what's safe about it? Like, do we seem to forget that outside of the internet that you could walk out of your door and get stabbed to death? Nobody gives, the guy that's broke on the street don't give a fuck about your safe space. He don't care. He's trying to eat, man, and you got money. Plain and simple. But let's not talk about that. Instead of worrying about improving the quality of life for everybody all around, let's worry about who's offended and let's get that in order. Some people got coddled too much as kids. You know, that bothers me, man. It really does, because you're setting your kid up for failure, dude. Straight up, you're setting them up for failure. Because here's the way that I see it. It's really cut and dry if you really think about it. You're growing up and you're given a trophy for everything. You win 100% of the time. Then you turn 17, 18, or whenever it is that you go and get your first job. You go to work, you mess something up. Your boss calls you into the back room and said, "Hey, man, you're messing my stuff up out here, dude. You do realize that you're doing shit wrong, and if you don't fix it up, I'm going to can you." That is a crisis of life now, because this person has never realized that, people are going to tear you apart sometimes. It's insane. The fact that, like, that's not an expectation that is to be set. I'm not saying sit your kid down and say everything you do doesn't matter. Nobody is going to like you. They're all going to laugh at you and then dump pig's blood over his head. That's not what I'm saying at all. Don't do that. I'm just saying, man, at least tell your kid, dude, look, not everybody's going to like you. People are going to be mean sometimes. You're not going to do everything right, but you have to take a bad situation and you have to make something good out of it. Instead of everything you do is right and you can, I'm a firm believer in, sky is the limit, dream for whatever you want to do and go and try to achieve that. That's it. But understand that there's no guarantee that you're going to get there. You know what would be awesome? It would be really cool, dude, if somebody just decided to knock on my door and put $1 million right in front of my doorstep. That would be sick, bro. That would be great. I would really enjoy that. But you know what's not going to happen? $10 million is not going to get put in front of my doorstep. They don't, it doesn't matter to people what happens to me specifically. And the other thing is, like, I can understand trying to cut out bullying a little bit, but kids are going to be kids. Kids are going to be kids, and there should be an expectation for that. If you're different, you're going to get picked on. I don't necessarily co-sign that. I got my fair share of shit in school for being different, but rather than try to be like everybody else, I just embraced the fact that I was different. I wouldn't I wouldn't have taken a participation trophy when I was a kid because I knew that feeling of losing already. And it was disingenuous of you to try to hand me something and tell me that I was still just as good as everyone else. So, it doesn't really make much sense to do that. Like, come on, man. Really? Everyone needs those growing up pains. They do. They really do. They really do. Because, look, I don't even know if I should say this now, but I mean, couldn't you easily make an argument that it's the same as like a parent that has a kid and when they grow up, they're never told no. They're never told no. And then when you try to tell them, you try to give them that word and you say, like, if every day the kid comes to you and he says that he wants a toy, or it could be a girl, whatever. Doesn't matter. I just said boy because this is the first thing that popped into my head, not excluding anybody. And if that bothered you, hold on, it's going to get worse. But if that kid asks for a toy every day and you give him a toy and then eventually you want to stop doing that and the kid's not used to hearing no and you hit him with that, then it's going to be a problem, right? But if you don't correct that behavior and get that child used to hearing no, there's no guarantee that that kid's not going to possibly grow up to be a rapist. There, I said it because he's not used to hearing the word no. That's not good. You can't do that. That's not healthy. Now look, who am I? I'm a nobody. I am a nobody. Out in the world, I'm just floating in the internet abyss, just like a bunch of other people are. But at least, I mean, is that a right wing or a left wing ideology? I have no idea. I don't think it matters. I'm on team people generally. That's it. I mean, maybe, and just maybe, is a big if, but it's possible that if we were to, instead of try to nerf up the world and make everything soft for everybody, then maybe we can cut down the violence a little bit. Possibly. I'm not sure if that would make a difference, but I have to imagine it would do something for somebody at least. The little things do make a difference. Like there's kids that I know that are in my family. I got news for them, dude. It's not all rainbows and lollipops, bro. It's not. Bad shit's gonna happen to you. That's just a fact. You have to get used to it. You don't have to like it. You're not supposed to like it when something bad happens, but you can't expect it to be good all of the time. That was the basic thing that I wanted to just get out there, man. It's crazy how this becomes an ordeal now. Okay, so I'm looking at the thing right now, and he's quoted as saying this generation This generation are looking for a reason to be offended. Generation Snowflake are actually putting us backwards. The Rock makes front page. I don't know, man. I mean, I wouldn't say that they're pushing us backwards. Maybe it's that there was a lot of shit. There's good things that comes from this, and there's bad shit that comes from this. Well, okay, racism is more frowned upon now than I think it ever has been before. That's a positive. But on the flip side to that, the negative then now becomes you can't say anything that might offend anybody. That doesn't make sense because then nobody should ever speak. What's the point? Because no matter what you say or what you believe, you're going to offend somebody. So, what is the point that we're getting at here? What are we doing? And I know for somebody like The Rock, doing damage control like this, though, is important because he seems to be universal. He has a universal appeal to him. Where even if you didn't know him back when he was wrestling in the WWF before it even became the WWE, now he's doing movies and he's got all kinds of shit going on. So I guess he doesn't want to be on anybody's bad side. So I can understand at least him going, whoa, 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 I didn't say that. I didn't say any of that. I don't talk bad about anybody. Which he seems like a genuinely nice dude. Grant, obviously, I don't know him personally. We don't talk. We don't hang out. Scary world in a whole different way. Dude, I mean, it is pretty scary. It is pretty scary. Just that, like, you can't do anything, man. You can't do anything. It's crazy to me. And actually, it bothers me a lot. Because one of the biggest things I think that you adopt as an adult is you learn to agree to disagree. I have met people from all walks of life in my life. I've sat down and talked with racists. I have. I from every side that you can imagine. Do I agree with them? No, I don't agree with them. But you know what I want to do? I want to understand why that person believes those things. What happened to you that caused you to believe that a set group of people is all bad? What happened? And if we don't have that conversation, then how maybe can we fix you? Because that's a broken mentality. You're missing out on a lot of shit. The other issue that I have is this fast food culture thing that we're living in now. Like they all just want to take snippets and bits and pieces of everything, but nobody wants to actually embrace it completely. Like be proud of where you come from, but don't go killing each other over it. And I mean, can we does that connect? I think that it might. Because I just did the Rat Man movie, the Blue Story, where they're talking about the postal codes. So is it because the real conversations are not being had? Could that really make a difference? I'm sure that it could. Because if you don't have a steady figure in your life and you go out into the world, the first people you see are going to be the ones that you look toward to guide you and shit like that. Oh man, that's pretty gross. It's a bad day for me. so far. Not because of this, just the shit that is happening in my body right now is definitely not fun. But why does it have to be such a bad thing to have a conversation? Like, dude, I actually, like I said, one of the kids in my family just came to me the other day, bro. And he was like, I was in school, I was in gym class, and some kid called me a retard. I was like, oh, well, that's not cool at all. And he was like, yeah, but it gets worse than that. He started pushing me around, and I really didn't know what to do because there's a zero tolerance for fighting. But like I have to defend myself, so that's what I'm going to do. But why? The reason why I'm saying this because the kid says, "Why is if this kid doesn't know me, why is he picking on me for?" It? Now, if you could sit this kid down and just tell him, "Listen, people are gonna be assholes, man. Not everybody is going to like you. That's important." But nobody wants to talk about that. Why? Why do we want to give these kids a false sense of, I don't want to even say entitlement, but don't lie to them and try to act like everybody's going to be on your side 100% of the time. Even some people that you think are your best friend are going to wind up fucking you over. You think that they're going to be on your side. Really, they're not. Really, they're not. There's not too much more I can really add in to this without repeating the same thing over and over again, but it really bothers me. The guy has to go on Instagram and say, "Oh, I never said that. Nobody is overly sensitive." The Rock can't say it, but I can. People are too sensitive. Do you understand? Listen to me, dude. I have a disability. Do you know what my favorite thing in the world is? When a comedian can be clever enough to make a joke about the disability I have, that is one of the best things in the world for me. Because that person is not afraid to address the elephant in the room. You need to be able to do that. Even though Carlos Mencia is a joke thieving asshole, when he would make jokes about CP, dude, that was the shit. That was this shit just because it was like, oh, finally somebody said it. Somebody fucking said something. There's a difference between social commentary and just being a straight up asshole, obviously. But, everybody's so afraid. Everybody's so afraid. Like, why? Why? It's there. Let's fucking talk about it, dude. You can make a difference. You can make a difference. And I think that this platform right here, what I'm doing right now, this is extremely important. Because I know a lot of people won't come on here and be honest and speak their truth, whatever it might be. I mean, I've tried to get people on here, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I've tried to get people on here to talk about whatever it is that they're into, or maybe it was some statement that they made. I wanted them to elaborate on it, but to be honest with you, they don't want to come on. It's for one or two reasons. It's either because the channel is not big enough yet, or it's because they want to keep their identity a secret and they don't want people knowing who they are. So I guess that they don't mess up shit in their real life because they have things going on. Yeah, right. Makes you think, right? So, you know, I tried, but I do plan on trying to get people on here still. There are things that I want to talk about where identity is going to be an issue. Like I wanted to talk about uh trying to think of a proper way to say this. Like okay, even if you just talk about weed, bro, that video that you sent me that you put in the comment section of that girl with CP and she's out in Cali, I think, and she's smoking with that guy. That was really awesome to be able to see that how it works in real time. But that's another thing again, can't talk about that, man. And I want to know, did she get backlash for talking about her own issue? Because I kind of feel like that's even starting to become a thing now. That you can't even talk about your own issues. Like if I come on here and I start trashing CP or MS, all of a sudden I'm trashing everybody that's in that category, even though I'm in that category. I'm not trashing it. I mean, dude, I really don't get it. And I wish that I could say that I felt some kind of anger emotion towards this, but it's gotten to the point now where it's even past that. Some things I get mad about, like the Kevin Hart shit. If you don't know what happened with him, he made a off-color joke, I think back in 2008, about his kid and a sexuality thing or whatever. He apologized for it back then because it may have seemed like it was a little insensitive. But then, he goes on his radio show, and he apologized for it there. And yet, every single time somebody sees him, they want him to apologize. Nobody's going to backlash, disable. If you ever pee Ricky Berwick videos. What is he? Hold on, let me write his name down. Because that would be an interesting bit to do. Make sure I'm spelling it right. Nope, I spelled it wrong. Hold on. Berwick. Like, dude, now that I'm on the topic of it, man, Josh Blue is one of his first comedy special. Yeah, does he? Oh man, I wish I could share it. Or you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna Google it real fast. Wow, how crazy is that? Dude, I put Ricky in Google. Ricky Martin is still the first name that comes up. That's crazy. Oh shit. Well, let's see. What is his condition? That was not helpful at all. This is from 4 hours ago. It says, listen to this, guys. What the fuck did I just watch? He kidnapped some. Shut up. No, he didn't. Are you serious? Or you mean like he did a bit where he pretended to kidnap some Russian lady? No way. Oh my god, dude. That's bananas. Well, I'm clicking his YouTube channel now. Okay. Apparently, he's a SpongeBob SquarePants intro on his channel, dude. I guess credit to him for not getting copyright blocked. Maybe he bought it. I wonder how many people are in his channel. I was gonna see if maybe I'd get him to come on. Never mind. Holy shit, that's a lot of subscribers, dude. He's got 1.3 million. 1.3 million people, and I never heard of this guy a day in my life. Man, how out of touch am I? Damn. To listen to this, guys, all he did was he took a pair of headphones and he had something playing, and he said, "Listen to this." He put it up to the computer, and that was the whole thing. So I don't know if there's like a running bit that I'm missing out on. Game Boy. So these are like vignettes because these are very short. Oh, he did a fidget spinner review. Thinks he runs out of material sometimes. My cat likes the fidget spinner. She messes with it, dude. She chases it around the house. What is happening? Okay. Okay. Whatever that is, I don't think that's for me. I don't know what it is either. Hmm. Let's see if we can find out. Well, it's not the first person to put it. We know it's a genetic disease. The disease or condition that the star is suffering from is known as Bell's Hitch syndrome. What the fuck is that? I think that's a new one. I don't think I've ever heard that before. You know what? We're gonna Google it. Let's see what it is. Oh man, there's a lot of big words in here, dude. I only have a high school education. I'm not built for this. Let's see. Is dominantly inherited connective tissue disorder characterized by multiple flexion contractures. I don't even know what half of these words mean. It's caused by a mutation in the FBN2 gene. What does that mean in English, bro? Skeletal and neurological abnormalities, a common feature premature fusion of a skull bone. Is that the same thing? That's not even the same fucking disease. That's odd. Well, you know what? Good on him. I know, dude. I should have wrote down what I wanted to talk about, but I saw the Rock thing, and I was like, I gotta come on here and say something because even if they're backing that guy down, but I mean, since we're on the subject of Ricky Berwick's disability, dude. I guess credit to him for going on the YouTube and acting like nothing is going on. I mean, that's kind of what I do. I don't, you can't concentrate only on that. But hold on, let me turn the light on. I think the subject matter made it a little dark in here. Oh shit! And then there was light. Bro, you're like the Highlander in here, bro. You're the only one. Although I don't know why the computer screen does it look green to you? It looks kind of green, a little bit. I don't know, maybe I need to clean the lens or something. But yellow. Okay, yeah. So you see it too. I don't know what that's about necessarily. But everything is kind of all fucked up, dude. The audio quality just was a mess. It was fine, and then it was a mess again. So I don't know what is happening. Oh man. But dude, I mean, this is just crazy. It really is. I wonder how many people actually do YouTube videos. Like I enjoy the two videos that I watched, knee jerk reaction, and I'll get killed for this, but I don't care. The content is not necessarily for me. I don't understand what it is that he's trying to do. But look at his numbers though, bro. But see, now this is where I'm getting in dangerous territory here, because I dare say that it seems like people go and run onto that channel because they want to see. I don't even think. See, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Because of how soft people are, I can't even say the thought that is on my mind necessarily. But it's true. Well, you know what? How about this? Instead of talking about him, I'll talk about myself. And that way, nobody can say anything about what it is that I'm saying. I'm sure that there are some people that will come on to my channel and watch whatever it is that I'm doing just because they want to see how somebody in my position with the issues that I have, how I operate. They're not necessarily there to see whatever it is that I'm doing. I think they're kind of just they're waiting for something to happen. That's what it seems like it could be. Maybe, maybe, not 100% sure. And I did start doing this one earlier. When you have 1 million subs, I imagine content will be harder to appease everyone, you know? Well, dude, even right now, and I'm only at 150, which I am not downplaying by any stretch of the imagination. It is crazy that it's even that high. But even right now, it's hard to appeal to everyone or please everybody. Like, you can't dislike anything. The amount of hate that I got sprinkled out over the last few days because of a couple of songs that I either made like the Disturbed one. I think I cracked a few jokes in there about the way that the guy sings or whatever. I was joking around, but because people are so diehard into their music, you know, yeah, that's why reactors BS their reactions. It makes total sense, but I wouldn't, and this is gonna sound crazy, but I wouldn't be able to sleep at night knowing that I'm coming on here and I'm blowing smoke up everybody's ass, dude. It doesn't feel right. I feel better knowing that I come on here and I give my honest opinion about whatever it is that I'm listening to. I mean, dude, I'm sure you know who Lost in Vegas is. The couple of videos that I saw from them, they literally, in the beginning of the video, every time they would talk about how, because the guy said some shit about a particular artist, that they would get a whole bunch of comments getting cursed out and everything else because the guy didn't like this or that about whatever thing that it was. And he's got to say, he actually has to have a disclaimer saying, like, this is my opinion. This is why we welcome free thinkers and all of that shit. Like, dude, come on, bro. I was listening to, a while ago, I was listening to Your Mom's House podcast with Tom Segura and Christina P. Tom Segura went on there and said that he hated Frank Sinatra's music. Hated it. Hates it with a passion. Well, why does he hate it? He said he hates it because it sounds like Sinatra is speak singing. Whenever he talks, that it's something that doesn't take a whole lot of talent to do. And, he thinks that every song sounds the same and it just doesn't appeal to him. Which I like Sinatra. I like Sinatra, and he was a staple in my household growing up. I mean, my grandmother is, or rather was, because she's dead now. She's not anymore. The one on my mom's side, she is second generation from Sicily. Somebody, hold on, let me pull this up. Yo, somebody said that they wanted me to do Britney Spears, which I would totally do, by the way. I'm not against it. I just want to know what song that you want me to do. Hold on. I'm going to pull this up because the person just commented. I request Britney Spears, thank you. And then he said, oops, did I say Britney Spears? I meant Metallica, Welcome Home, live in Seattle, 89. I get my artists confused. I like this guy, man. Because you know for 100%. Dude, of course you did. Bro, I would be a liar if I said that I didn't. Of course I did. What are you, nuts? When she first came out, dude, I mean, I was young. I don't know how old she was. Granted, I don't. If I were to see her back then, right now, I don't look at her the same way because she's still the age that she was then, and I'm the age I am now, and can't do that. But I thought it was kind of fucked up that, she had a mental breakdown, and when she shaved her head and all that shit, people were roasting her, dude. Which, like, you see the lady is in the middle of a mental breakdown. Can you leave her alone, man? She clearly does not have it all together right now. Give the lady a room to breathe. And I'm sure any of us would be crazy if we had that level of fame. But he said, I didn't mean Britney Spears. I know you meant Britney Spears, dude. You're just embarrassed. Which I don't understand why. I don't understand why, bro. If you like Britney Spears, you need to blast that shit as loud as it can go wherever you are and let people know how proud you are to listen to Britney Spears, bro. What's wrong with it? I mean, it's definitely not. It's not for me. I think see, pop stars are the ones that I feel the most bad for, though, because I don't know if they do this in metal. But I know in rap music, the record labels can be like, dude, we want you to rap about this, rap about that, and that's it. Because that's the shit that sells, that's what makes money. In pop music, I would imagine that it's 100 times worse than that, where they control what it is that you say and you talk about. Then you come out with uh you know, oops, I did it again. But they're slick in the sense that they dress it up in such a way that it doesn't come off as strong as it actually is. What's the whole song about? If we really think about it. I played with your heart and got lost in the game. I know the lyrics, you're damn right. Dude, there's no way that you don't know. There's no way you can tell me you don't know at least 3 words to that song. Or 6 words. I don't know. I have a high school education. Leave me alone. There's no way that you don't know because that song played everywhere. Everywhere. But the whole song is about her just messing with some dude's emotions. And that's completely okay. But if a guy says some did that same thing, I think it's a lot harder for a guy to dress something like that up to make it appealing. Just because we're already looked at like savages anyway, for whatever reason. I mean, I don't, we are, some of us are pretty heavy. But I mean, dude, they probably were like, all right, listen, here's what you're going to do. You're young. You know what? Let's Google it, right? We have the power to Google. Let's Google it. Here we go. How old was Britney Spears when she became famous? when she had her first hit. Okay, in late 1998, Jive released her debut single, Hit Me, Baby One More Time. Awesome. What's up, Russell Thomas? Welcome to the channel, bro. Which was a pop hit around the globe, accompanied by a 16-year-old by the 16-year-old first of many controversial videos where she dressed up in a Catholic schoolgirl uniform, and that was soon to become her trademark. So she was 16. Damn. How old was I in 98, dude? I don't even know. So, like, I don't think that was her idea. If we're going to be completely honest with one another, I think the label was like, okay, listen, between me and you, on the download, dude, we got to kind of appeal to the pedophiles a little bit. I think that's what we need to do. Because, I mean, it's fucked up. Like, come on. Come on, dude. Really? Right? Like, am I crazy? Because that's really what it seemed to come off as. If you're 16 years old, what are you doing running around in a Catholic schoolgirl outfit shooting music videos? Same thing with, oh my God, what the hell is her name, bro? Oh, this is gonna kill me. She had the show on Disney. And Ron Jeremy made a parody song of her song with the Wrecking Ball. I'll get it. Miley Cyrus, that's who it was. Miley Cyrus. Like, dude, how crazy. Look at how crazy that shit went, dude. Who saw that coming? Funny though, they do this out in the open, right? Like, something not right about that, man. And nobody questions it. I mean, maybe the parents questioned it when they, but who do they really talk to? Hey, what's up, dude? What's going on, man? How you been? Still got your job? So cool, bro. Like, I got super excited that you guys even know that I'm live streaming or that videos are out. Like, it still blows my mind that you guys are checking in on shit that I'm doing. I don't think that it's ever something that you get used to, which is why I can understand why Jim Carrey went a little crazy, because that dude was a monster as far as fame was concerned. And I don't think you ever really get used to that. And I'm not saying I'm famous. I probably shouldn't have made that parallel, but it's so crazy to think about that. I mean, it is awesome though. This whole thing is really cool to do. But yeah, I mean, we were just talking about Britney Spears and how I think that there may have been some underhanded shit happening with her first video, being 16 years old and being dressed up in a Catholic schoolgirl outfit. And then you're singing about playing around with a man's emotions. Like, I don't know, dude. I'll bring it back to Paz real quick. Vinny Paz of Jedi Mind Tricks. In the song Trail of Lies, it was off of I'm blanking on the album. They all have handlers if you look into it. Well, see, that's exactly what I'm saying. So Like, let's just take Miley Cyrus, for example, right? Like, she's a handler, but she also has a father, which was the point that I was about to get into, which was because Paz says, you know, basically that nobody cares about these girls or even these kids, even the guys, the little boys, when they're coming up. He's like, what's going to become of them in 50 years when Hannah Montana turning into Britney Spears? They chew you up and spit you out because no one really cares and ain't nobody going to hold you when you're really scared. Like, think about that. And then he goes on to saying, where's the parents at, cousin? This is really bad. Are we, that is her father concerned about his daughter, or is he more worried about his house? Hillary Clinton was Christina Aguilera's handler. What? How does that work? Do they know each other? That's creepy, dude. I heard they want to keep Miley Cyrus from growing up, taping down her chest and all that. Ugh. Dude, you're just asking for that poor broad to have mental issues, man. Like, dude, just let her be who she is. Isn't I would think, and I'm not a television producer, but I would imagine that if you have a show where you start out as a kid and then you do what kids do, which is grow up, that you would be more relatable to your fan base because they're growing up with you. But yet, all the network is thinking about is we got to keep bringing in them young kids. Keep bringing in them young kids because that's where all the money's at. The older the fan base gets, the less money that they're going to spend on merch and all that nonsense, which is completely ridiculous. Hold on, I want to answer a comment real quick. I know that's not very professional of me to do that. Somebody wants me to do Metallica Don't Tread on Me. Which, you know what? Since I know that one, that was off their Black album, that's going to be Does It Hold Up track. Either any of you guys Metallica fans? Like the older stuff, I don't know necessarily what they're doing now. But I know that the Black Album was their mainstream album, I'm pretty sure. But I think that was right when you like a bit of Metallica. Okay. Because I was going to say, I think the Black Album is when the Napster shit happened, right? I know I'm dating myself. I know that I'm dating myself. And younger people that come on here. I tried to play the intro to one once. That's it. Hey, so is mine. So is mine. Super, super into that shit. Right, like, dude, that Napster thing was a huge deal, bro. Where the drummer came out and was like, man, don't be downloading our shit, going buy our album. Like, I get it, but come on, man. At the least, I mean, it's shitty that people are downloading music, but I'm sure they'll go see you on tour. She's super into metal too, bro. Like I came in, I got her in here yesterday, and or was it this morning? I don't remember. And I played her uh Lars still gets a lot of hate, doesn't he? The that guy is crazy, dude. Um, I played her Ginger's Cloud Factory. And I was like, hey, check this out. Tell me what you think. And she was like, man, I like it. I like it. She don't even watch my videos, which is fine. I get it. Probably better off so I don't have to hear my dumb voice more than I actually have to when I'm going through and editing videos and shit. But, she's super into that. Bands off the top of my head that she digs, dude, would be Slipknot. She's opinionated, but she's camera shy, dude. That's what it is. That and she gets nervous and fumbles on her words and shit. I got her to do a reaction video to Stone Sour's Roses Red, Violent Blue, but I have to literally cut 90% of it out because she's not doing anything but staring at the screen. So I have to cut all that stuff out. And I couldn't do what you do. I didn't think I could do it. Like, bro, let me tell you something, man. You want to talk about embarrassing? I went, my buddy that you see on here sometimes, he was like, dude, people are really into the channel, man. You should go back and check out some of the old videos you did so that you can try to better understand what the appeal is. That was a bad move. That was a real bad move, dude. Oh, oh, just I went and watched a couple of the videos that I first made, and I was just staring at the screen like, oh my god, what are you doing, dude? Why would anybody even watch this? I mean, at least now I'm a little more comfortable in the sense that I know a couple of things are going to happen. I'm going to either do what we're doing now, which is just have a conversation that I would have regularly. I'm going to play a song and give my opinion on it. And that's true. You live and you learn. But, I just go on here, make dumb jokes that make myself laugh because of how dumb they are. And that's pretty much all it is I just how I am when you see me in these videos that I'm doing is exactly how I am in my day-to-day life. If you would have told me 5 years ago that I would be doing this right now, I would not believe you, because I couldn't get in front of a camera. The idea of a camera scared the shit out of me. But now it's like sometimes I forget that it's even there. And you know dude, it's my favorite thing. It's my favorite thing in the world. I just wish I could add more sounds to it. But the soundboard that I'm using right now is shit. In the sense that they don't add a lot of stuff to it that is in English anyway. And if it's not in English, I can't really use it because I don't know what is going on. But that's what I do, dude. I make myself laugh just because of how dumb it is. And I figure even if I find it slightly funny, if I'm laughing at myself, at the best, fire in the booth, Charlie Sloth shit, dude. Yeah, man, dude, he's crazy, man. Although he kills me. Charlie kills me, man. You can't you can't get as excited that you do with Wretch 3-2 with a guy that's not as good as Wretch. I know that's his job, that's what he's built to do. That's the whole point. But my favorite thing is how he gets super excited with anybody and everybody, but then when you get a good MC in there like Wretch, when Wretch is done spitting, he's like, "Man, I gotta tell you, I've had some rappers in here that have been complete shit." And granted, I'm paraphrasing, but like, okay, so we know that he holds that opinion, but yo, he's gotta play it off in the moment. Crazy, dude. Just crazy, dude. And I want to try to do this. I gotta carve out a schedule. Maybe I'll do a live thing a couple times a week. Are you serious? No way. I always find the good shit, dude, right when it's about to end. That sucks. So now what happens? We don't get anything? Or we're stuck with that other guy that was on H's video because he's not as good. Well, I mean, I can't say that. I watched one video with the guy. I think Kenny Starr is his name. I don't like him as much as Charlie. But what are you gonna do? That sucks. Well, I don't know why, man. Maybe rappers just don't want to do it because they don't want to put their best shit out. They would rather just go out on their own and do it. Like, why am I gonna give you a freestyle of some of my best shit if I can just go on my Instagram or my own YouTube page and plug it there? But I mean, I think that those were really good, but at least there's a whole backlog of shit that I can go and check out because there's a bunch of stuff that I haven't watched yet. I mean, I just did. Oh man, I'm gonna forget his name. Ocean Wisdom. That's who it was. I just did his Fire in the Boot. That'll be coming out soon. You know, a bunch of guys. Bunch of guys. Let me see what I got coming up for you guys. Hey, what's up, man? How's it going? Charlie's really only mainstream platform for a lot of coming up artists. Yeah, well, dude, that was the whole point that I was really thinking about was now what are the like because if you're already big, sure you can easily just plug your YouTube or your whatever platform that you're on. But if you're trying to come up, what are you supposed to do? I mean, that's not good at all. Let's see. What day are we on? We're on the 12th now. Okay, so I got some stuff happening. Have you thought of turning both reactions and your live streams into a series, each its own categorized series? Then you can put a schedule together. What do you mean? Because that sounds like a good idea. But what do you mean in series? You mean like put episode numbers on them? Because I know for the live streams, Metal Mondays and Rap Wednesdays. That's not a bad idea because I've been kind of going back and forth with the trying to mix it all together because I don't want to do too much rap and I don't want to do too much metal. I want to diversify it enough for everybody. So that's a good idea. Yeah, man. That's not a bad idea at all. It will also get people excited for each week. That is true. That is true. Because I mean there is a lot of there's a lot of music out there that I don't want to clog up because with 4 videos a day, then you have to find the happy medium in between the two, which is kind of difficult. But you know what? That's a pretty good idea, dude. And then maybe in between, I would if I have like just as an example, dude. Like, there's a lot of Mike Righteous songs that people are suggesting. I think with stuff like that, it would be a good thing to do. Maybe to do a live stream and knock a bunch of them out at once, and then we can go through each track together. And the video does go back up on the channel, so when people want to find it, they can find it. And I don't think anybody is really doing anything like that. So that could be different in its own thing. I mean, once I get into doing going and watching movies and shit, I want to do movie reviews and stuff. So you know what we'll do? I'm gonna write down a note here. Artist live stream. Man, thanks, guys. Well, I mean, hey, you guys started it. You guys started it, dude. You know, it's extremely. I love the fact that you're comfortable enough to put in input, as long as you don't keep me up too late. Well, you know what I need? No shit, when I woke up this morning, the first thing that I thought about was, I'm not even kidding. This is how much of a lame I am. I woke up and the first thought I had was, I wonder what time it is over in the UK right now. And then I started to become kind of more aware of the time that I'm scheduling videos to be released. That hopefully it's not, if it's coming out, let's say at 10 a.m. for me, that could be 4 p.m. for you. And then that could be a problem because then you're not seeing it. But at least it doesn't go anywhere. And that's at nighttime, right? Yeah. Say it's only, let's see, what time is it here right now? It's 5:36 p.m. here where I'm at. That's crazy. What a time difference, man. So there's about like a 5.5 hour time difference. It really is. The internet really is a crazy tool, dude. It's dude, it is mind blowing that we're even able to do this right now. And the fact that we live, if you think about it, we live in two different worlds completely. That it's so late at a time for you where now the evening is just getting started over here. It's pretty wild if you think about it. But that's cool, dude. I really enjoy that. So you know what? Maybe I'll do that. What I'll do is we'll figure it out. We'll definitely figure it out. But it's all Earth. Yeah, that is true. I mean, it's just nuts how. I mean, I know that's some science shit, and I was never really good with all that stuff, but just how crazy that is, man. That is pretty cool, though. That is pretty cool, though. You know, somewhere Neil deGrasse Tyson just grew his wings because we're getting excited about science. So dumb. Oh man. So we definitely came away with some good ideas, dude, for sure. That's awesome. And we got a few new subscribers that have come in. A couple of people left, a couple of new people came. So we'll see how that's going to work out for them. Hopefully, they enjoy themselves. I like science. Math is where I fall, dude. I hate math. If we're not counting money or grams, I'm out, dude. Nothing else I could do. And when I say grams specifically, I mean weed, because it's the only drug science that I know, or math rather, that I know. That's it. But that's because that shit is a little bit more simple to me to learn than fucking fractions and algebra and all that crazy shit. And I know the people that are super into math is like, dude, all of it's relevant, bro. You just don't understand how it fits in. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. I just personally don't get it. I know how to count money, and that's really the extent to where I need to be. It's funny you say that US uses imperial measurement. So what does that mean? I think we're the only ones that don't use the metric system. If that's even right, I think that's the way that it is. We're the only ones that don't use it. I guess because we're trying to be heroes or some shit. I don't know what is the deal with that. Fucking dummies. Like, dude, come on, man. What are we really holding out for, man? I mean, really. It is confusing. It's totally confusing. I don't get it. I mean, dude, just the difference and the fact that you have double labels on everything. On my measuring cup, on one side you have cups, and on the other side is completely different. Like, what are we doing? Why don't we just switch over? What is the whole point? Like, what I'm curious about, how does your money work? Because here I know we have I'm pretty sure you guys have pounds. Where here we have built, like, we go $1, $5, 20, 50, 100. I'm an engineer. I have and I sometimes have to work in thousands of inches instead of micrometers. It's a pain. Pound and pence. Okay, so how do you break down a pound is one? Because, just for example, we have $1 and then we have $5, right? So it's literal to the literal point. $1 being only worth one, $5 being worth five of $1. But I don't know how your pounds work. Does it literally go by pounds? That's probably a really dumb question. Like, yeah, dude, we measure our money out in weight, asshole. That's exactly what we do. The hell's the matter with you? So crazy. But, like, dude, this is so cool. I'm learning shit. And, bro, I don't know. When you say you're an engineer, what do you engineer in? A pound is like $1. 1 pence or a penny is like a cent. Oh, okay. So you would use 100 pence to make 1 pen. Okay, I got you. That makes sense. That makes sense. Why they make it so damn difficult, dude? I have no idea. Doesn't make sense. So you're an engineer, like, do you build shit? Or are you like a scientist type? Like, what is it that you do? Work in the thousands of inches. Fuck that noise, man. I almost blew up my metal shop class. I have no business doing thousands of anything. Ridiculous. So crazy. I don't know how. I'm on the YouTube. I'm on the YouTube straight live stream because Google Hangouts has been a mess. Complete mess, has not been working right at all because I think YouTube is going to be cutting out Google altogether. Let's see. Can I? How do I do it? Nope, I don't want to time you out. Well, you got a moderator wrench next to your name. No, I'm not using OBS. I went on YouTube and I clicked the little camera right on the top. So I'm straight streaming right through YouTube. But if you know how I could add you through that. If it is, I don't know how the hell they're doing it. No. Here, look. Where did I put it? I just had it. Here's what I'm gonna do. Wait, yeah, wait. I think there is. I see a little person. Oh wait, no. There's. What is this? Find the little man. There's a little arrow. I can share it. Then there's the mic and my volume bar, but I don't see. So that's all. If I share it, does it work that way? That's YouTube home. All right, the people just count the amount of people that are in here, and then I got a thumbs up. Emojis. Let's see if I click on your name. No, I don't think that there's a way that I can add you. Well, there has to be. I'm just too dumb to figure it out. Because there's participants. Maybe that's it. Because, yeah, I see you. I see you in there. Just forget it. That, man, we could go on Google Hangouts, but for some reason, has it been giving you a problem? Well, yeah, I was going to take a picture because I know it's not, it's trying to say it's the Wi-Fi, and I know it's not the Wi-Fi because it's working, it's strong bars, dude. Hold on. All right, I'm sending you a picture. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm doing. Hold on. Texting it to your phone. Because this is on the computer, but it's a direct stream through the YouTube. But there's got to be a way to add people. Pretty sure it's the mute button. Alright, that's just a chat. So it's not in there. Tell me when you get it. Okay. So when you check it out, you can let me know if any of it looks familiar. You know what? I got a crazy idea. Why don't I just Google it? That's different. I usually go through the video manager, which I was doing that, but for some reason it was cutting the stream off completely, or the screen would just go completely black, and then it would boot everybody out, including me, and then I'd have to start all over again. So somebody was like, dude, just go onto the YouTube and do directly the YouTube stream from the app itself. And then that way you don't have to worry about it. So I'm not sure what the hell is going on with it, but it definitely hasn't been working properly at all. So let me Google it real quick. Oh, I clicked the wrong button. Oh, hold on. Yeah, it is. But that's how it came. How do I add someone to my live stream broadcast? Swipe left until you see live viewers. Select viewer you want to go live with. Tap the icon to invite and then go live. Okay. I don't see a way to go left unless that's only on the mobile. because it only allows me to highlight the damn screen. That sounds yeah, for sure. But there's gotta be a way, dude. Because now I'm just on a mission to try to figure this out. Had to mess with it later. Yeah. Not a bad thing to do. Maybe I gotta put desktop. Not Facebook. We don't want Facebook comes up, so maybe you can't. Okay. Maybe you can't do it on this. But somebody just commented. Let's see what it is that they're talking about. Come on. I'm I'm shocked, to be completely honest with you. I put up an artist, I did the video, but I really wasn't into it. Random question. I know you like Immortal Technique. Do you know about Dance with the Devil? Bro, the first time I heard that song, that shit made me cry. No bullshit, dude. I know everything from Revolutionary Volume 1 all the way up to The Martyr. I learned about him a few years ago. One of my buddies was like, dude, I know you're into rap, so check this out. And he played me the song, and I couldn't, it hit me in such a way. You Never Know is a great song, too. I don't know if you know that one, but that's another one of those really, really heavy songs that he has that just hits you in the face. Yeah, I don't know what year it was that I heard it, but since that song, dude, he's had me the whole way, the whole way. So I'm just totally in, and I pretty much like everything that I've heard from him. Black Vikings was pretty strong. Oh, okay. Yeah, sing. Was say if I was gonna suggest songs, it depends on what you're in the mood to listen to. Yup, Loki, Voices of the Voiceless. That was a really good one. Also, man, there's so many good tracks by him. Yeah, have you ever heard You Never Know? Because if you've never heard that, I'll play it right now. I'll unplug the headphones and we can get into this, dude. The Martyr is the shit. That's the jam. Oh, okay. So you know it already. Caught in the hustle for sure. Well, surprisingly, I don't get copyright. I don't get copyright shit from Technique, dude. I'm pretty sure. Or at least they don't block it. They allow me to use it, which is pretty cool. I'm into that. What about I'm trying to think of a really good one. We got Civil War. We could do, if we want to go lighter than that, we could go with Crossing a Boundary or No String Freedom of Speech. But that's kind of heavy too though. Yup, that was the intro. Appreciate that, man. Like, look, I'll load up the intro right now, just so you can hear it because he does say it. He says it himself. All right, hold on. Let me turn this up. Play the whole album. All right, well, check this out. We'll start with the intro. No shit, it's called Burn This. That's what he titled the intro, dude. That's probably where you heard it. Probably. Like, all right, tell me if you can hear this. Hopefully, you'll be able to. This is Immortal Technique, Harlem, New York, all over the world. And this is the martyr. If you are listening to this, it is your responsibility to burn this for every single motherfucker you know. How crazy is that, dude? It is your responsibility to burn this for every single motherfucker you know. Oh my god, dude. All right, hold on. We're gonna go out of order, just because. Real shit. Next, all right, we're going out of order, but I want to play this one because as soon as I loaded up the album, it popped in my head. Come on, bro, you can't deny this. Fresh out the body, I was an outlaw rebel, out of my mind, young and wild. My existence defined in one word: survive. Check. If it could be sold, I could sell it. If it can't, that's cool. I'll fix it up, make it look good enough to catch some fools. It started when I was young, with my Genesis games. He traded me John Madden for. I don't remember the name, but it was. All right, you want order? We'll get some order in here.
I'm content to die for my beliefs.
So cut off my head and call me a martyr.
And make me a martyr.
The people will always remember it. No, they'll forget.
No, they will forget.
Oh shit, dude. You just know it's gonna come hard, man. Hence, I fear nothing. And the peace of mind that they need. Bullets are hard to telegraph when they bob and they weave. The only way a guerrilla war can never be over is when the occupation can't afford more soldiers until they have to draft the last of you into the service and you refuse because you don't see the purpose.
Counter the insurgents that are well equipped is to paint the people fighting for freedom as terrorists. Then find a faction looking for foreign investment, install them in power and murder any objections. You can't stop a revolution for reason, so to beat them, they offer people the illusion of freedom. But when you're done dreaming and wake up, tortured for treason, then you can see them hiding behind the God they believe in. Deep in the trenches in the heart of a war. That's the place the martyr is born. Motherfucker, that's all. That's the place the martyr is born. Motherfucker, that's all. Saturating in the heart of a storm. That's the place the martyr is born. Motherfucker, that's all. Guerrilla war when the army is gone. That's the place the martyr is born. Motherfucker, that's all.
The purpose of life is a life with a purpose, so I'd rather die for a cause than live a life that is worthless.
I don't need the circus or the day of national observance. I need you to think for you and stop being a servant.
Hold on, dude. Fucking listen to what he just said, bro. You're not getting. This is why I love this dude, because you're not getting this shit anywhere. He said the purpose of life is a life with a purpose, so I'd rather die for a cause than live a life that is worthless. I don't need the circus or the day of national observance. I need for you to live for you and stop being a servant. Just put the pen down, bro. The song's over. You already completed your mission.
Live a life that is worthless. I don't need the circus or the day of national observance. I need you to think for you and stop being a servant. Pawns only move a square in the game that they're using and realize it too late, like the shooting of Huey Newton. Or Patrice Lumumba and Salvador Allende, slaughtered by the power-hungry branches of their own head. Gandhi wasn't killed by Pakistan.
Definitely.
He was assassinated by a Hindu radical, and Che Guevara, rebel to a U.S. continent, was sold to the CIA by Bolivian communists. Wasn't Yitzhak Rabin murdered by a Zionist, and Anwar Sadat a victim of the same violence? Malcolm X was seen as a threat to the FBI, but to blast them, they used Muslims from the NOI. Even the 35th president of the Republic was murdered by
Kennedy.
his own government. So now that it's proven that a soldier of revolution or head of an empire disguised in the Constitution escaped the retribution or manipulation of the self-appointed rulers of the planet's corporations. So I'ma need every generation to put your hands up, because you can only get them off your back when you stand up. Deep in the trenches.
So I'm gonna need every generation to throw your hands up, because you can only get them off your back when you stand up. Bro, the middle passage is not gonna come soon enough, dude.
In the heart of a war, that's the place the martyr is born.
You're welcome.
That's the place the martyr is born. Motherfucker, it's all saturating in the heart of a storm. That's the place the martyr is born. Motherfucker, it's all guerrilla war when the army is gone. That's the place the
This shit at the end, though.
I was a man blessed by God to survive some of the worst circumstances. I had many things. Beautiful woman I love.
Like, dude, he keeps talking about, look out for updates and shit like that. But, I mean, granted, I haven't been on the Twitter or anything. But, let's Google real quick and see if there's any update. Because when that shit comes out, bro, it's going to be, I know it's going to be great. It has to be. There's no way it wouldn't be.
What do you see when you're in the dark and the demons come?
I see you. I see you standing over the grave of another dead president.
You know what I think they did? I think they. Well, I know I used to just go. And believe it, I'm gonna date myself, but encyclopedias. Like you just had to hope somebody knew shit, or you only knew what people told you, which is pretty crazy if you think about it. Beat people up for information, yeah. Seriously, you're not bullshitting, dude. All right, let's see. Shut up! Don't do that to me. Yeah, the library. Oh, what a cunt. Oh, it's coming out in the middle of February. Oh, you're real funny, dude. Let's see. I'm gonna click. I hate Reddit, man. Reason why I hate it. Even I'd be surprised if it ever dropped. Posted a pic with RA on his Instagram where he wrote something about finishing up 2 songs. I don't know. I don't know when it's gonna come out, but I really hope that it does. Because one of the things that he said about this album was that people are either gonna love it or they're gonna hate it completely. And there's no in between. And when you say some shit like that, dude, the first thing that I think about is just simply the fact that, you know, it's gonna be. Oh man, wait till you hear this shit. I'm gonna just skip it to the verse on this one. It doesn't matter if this is to shoot the forest when you're talking an Afghan to the bird forest. It's a gross infection. They're just there to protect an investment. That's why people get arrested, electrocuted, molested, connected. Streets are infested with those tired of protesting. Traumatized children thrown in guerrilla garrisons. 9/11 generations pale in comparison. And you will learn a lesson repeated through history. It don't matter what you think. Occupation is not victory. I'm playing my shit.
Beware the beast man.
Hell yeah, dude.
Devil's pawn. Alone among God's primates.
This shit right here is
or lust or greed.
Oh my god, dude.
Yea, he will murder his brother to possess his brother's land.
Let him not breathe in large numbers.
For he will make a desert of his home and yours. Shun him. Drive him back into his jungle lair, for he is the harbinger of death.
Immortal technique. SP the ghost. Poison pen. Fitty patch. Knacker. We gon' stomp him out, run him out, run him out. Quick and number out, son of.
Just wait, dude. Just. What do you mean on here? I was about to end it anyway after I dropped this verse on here because I'm hungry and I gotta eat some dinner myself, man.
All troops in formation. Let the seeds come out. Back like I was locked up.
All right. Well, I was actually going to cut this off after this one verse. I can go and eat dinner, dude, because I've been in here all day cutting videos and shit, and I haven't gotten up out of this chair yet. So it's definitely not good. Plus, I've been going for almost 2 hours, straight completely off of the original topic that I had. But it's not like we can't figure out a way to stream later. Maybe we'll get something going. But appreciate you stopping by, dude. I'm gonna drop this verse and I'm getting the hell out of here.
Like Nazis in the Catholic Church. I'm cursed like Cain when he murdered his brother. Cut your face off and wear it while I'm fucking your mother. On Mars.
Dude, cut your face off and wear it while I'm fucking your mother. Oh my god. Definitely, dude. I will see you there, bro.
So toward the avenger, the god of war. And if you don't believe in me, I doubt you believe in God at all. I breathe smokeless fire, the chin type that'll make you hate the way your law made you to live life like Hindu niggas that be preaching they skin white. To my hands after a fist fight. I was born with 6 cents and a swift right. Skin werewolves and red demons at midnight. Suck your kids into slavery after we murder you or
Sacrifice them in the same fire we burning you, barbarians, you funeral. Damn, the river bury me. I want the Lord to flow. Sick, dude. All right, man. I'll catch you later, dude. Thanks, everybody, for stopping by. Keep an eye out for new content. As always, there'll be a podcast coming up. I got to just figure out the schedule, but we're going to get that shit done. Either way, appreciate it. This has been really fun, dude. So I'll catch you guys on the next video.